He was warned not to look back. But the footsteps didn't stop, not even when his own did. Rain slashed through the jungle canopy, drowning the trail in mud. Jonas didn't care. One last ridge, one more survey point before nightfall. Then he heard it. Not behind him, around him, 4 deliberate steps. Then stillness. Not boots, not paws, hooves. He froze, clutching the charm the shrine woman had pressed into his palm, salt, ash, and a coin etched with a spiral. "Your blood knows the paths," she'd whispered. "Don't turn around. Let it pass. Just don't look." But Jonas looked, and in that breath, the path changed. The trees leaned in. The silence deepened. That single glance shattered something old. He looked back. That's when it found him. They call it the fog line, a place where maps end not with cliffs or oceans, but with silence, where trails dissolve into roots, and even the birds forget their songs. No one builds there. No one stays. The trees bend wrong. The rain sounds different. Old hunters say it wasn't always this way, that the land was once kind, until something was stirred, not born, but remembered. Since then, the jungle watches. Etchings in stone speak of a presence older than the language carved into it. Spirals, hoofprints, surveyor marks nearly erased by time. At the edge stands a ruined shrine. Nothing grows near it. But each month, someone leaves a coin, not a prayer, but a warning. Those who cross the line sometimes return, slower, quieter, eyes darting to shadows. Others don't return at all. And if you listen closely through the rain and mist, you'll hear hooves, not ahead, behind. If the trees bend overhead like a perfect arch, leaves curving inward, sheltering you from the rain, turn back. That's not a path. It's an invitation. Walk backward, eyes down, speak no names. Don't think of where you're going, only of where you've been. This rule isn't found in books. It's passed in whispers by those who've seen too much and survived too little. They say the forest thickens, sounds fade, and time forgets to move. Then you see the prints. Hoof prints, circling, never leading. Those who walk forward dream of bone tunnels and twisted faces. They wake with mud in their mouths and no memory of how it got there. Some rules are meant to guide. This one is a gate, and once it opens, something steps through. Jonas Maddox didn't believe in stories. He believed in maps, coordinates, elevation lines. His job was reforestation, not folklore. But the South Ridge was different. 10 years ago, his father vanished there, also a surveyor. All he left behind was a rain-damaged journal filled with spirals, hoofprints, and a single word, remember. Jonas accepted the assignment to finish what his father started, maybe to bury the ghost, maybe to find him. He went alone. The rain began as he crossed the fog line, cold, relentless. He planted markers, flagged trees, made notes with his father's old precision, but something was off. The forest resisted, markers vanished, trails reset. On the second night, something paced his tent, steady, deliberate, not footsteps. Hooves. He found a single print outside by morning, dry in the soaked earth. It faced the direction he came from. His dreams twisted, mirrored paths, another version of himself walking just behind. Then came the arch. Trees curved inward, untouched by rain. Spirals formed in bark. Jonas whispered, "Dad," and stepped beneath. Behind him, the arch vanished, and something began to follow. They say the land doesn't hunt, it remembers. But old rites still survive, passed by firelight carved in forgotten places. Wear your clothes inside out. It confuses the paths. Speak no names, not yours, not others. Names are invitations. Scatter ash and salt to blind it, and if you carry a coin etched with a spiral, it may help you remember who you are. Never run, never shout, and if trees bow above you, do not enter. Some say the creature, if it is one, guards the balance of the land. Others call it a collector of the lost, a keeper of those who forget the old ways. Jonas had the charm, salt, ash, the spiral coin, but he didn't wear it. He didn't believe, and the forest noticed. Jonas broke the rule beneath the arch, but the real mistake came when he followed the sound. It didn't chase him. It called to him, slow hoofbeats echoing through the mist, deliberate, measured. He didn't flee. He listened. He followed. The clearing opened like a wound. A stone circle stood at its heart, carved with spirals and broken glyphs. At the center, the werehorse waited. Its head was equine, rain-drenched and bowed, its body tall and twisted, limbs angled wrong, humanoid, yet unnatural. It didn't breathe. It simply watched. Jonas stepped closer, and the sound multiplied. More hooves, more rhythm. What would you do? Would you keep walking? Or have you already? Like this video if you've ever felt watched, comment if you've ever looked back, and subscribe before the next one finds you. Jonas stepped into the circle. The air shifted, thick, pulsing, almost alive. The rain no longer touched the ground. The jungle blurred around him, colors bleeding, angles warping. He was inside something old. The werehorse stood motionless. Its equine head dipped low, mane clinging like wet ropes. Its humanoid form glistened like obsidian, its joints bent in ways no body should. Its hooves hovered above the moss, never touching, never still. Jonas whispered, "Why me?" He reached into his pocket and flung the charm, salt, ash, the spiral coin. The air hissed, and the circle pulsed with heat. The werehorse did not retreat. It only paced the edge, waiting. Jonas turned to flee, but the forest was different. A stone bore his father's face. A puddle reflected stars from no sky he knew. The hoofbeats multiplied, 2 pairs, then 4. Figures stood in the mist, tall, still. Some wore manes. One wore his face. Jonas fell to his knees. The soil pulsed beneath him, slow and rhythmic, like a heartbeat. The jungle faded. Trees melted into silhouettes. Color drained. Only the werehorse remained. It stepped closer, fully revealed. Jonas clutched the rusted coin, warm as blood. Vision surged. His father standing in mist, spiral glyphs igniting on bark, a line of travelers whose faces looked like his. He whispered, "Why us?" The werehorse tilted its head. Its mane parted like a curtain. Behind it, the jungle shimmered, alive with memory, drenched in meaning. Jonas understood. He wasn't being hunted. He was being chosen. Light shattered through the mist, and the creature passed through him, not to destroy, but to become. Jonas had never been the prey. He was the path, the keeper, the heir. Weeks later, they found his tent, dry, untouched. Inside, his journal lay open, blank, except for a single spiral. Nearby, buried in soft soil, was a rusted surveyor's tool etched with his father's initials. The rescue team said little. One, an old volunteer, muttered only, "He walked under the wrong trees." Official reports claimed Jonas was lost in the rain, swallowed by erosion and flood. But hikers tell another story. A new path has opened in the jungle. The trees there bow in eerie symmetry. No birds sing, no wind moves. Some say a figure stands at its mouth, tall, still veiled in wet strands. He doesn't speak. He only watches. And if you stand quiet enough, long enough, you'll hear the sound. Hoofbeats, not ahead, behind. Old stories call it the Werehorse, a creature summoned when memory frays, when names are forgotten, and paths are walked by those who should not. It doesn't hunt, it waits. Its hooves leave no weight, only patterns. Its eyes glow like submerged fire. Its body is not beast, not man, but something shaped by both. To speak its name is to give it shape. To walk beneath bowed trees is to give it strength. It doesn't take you at once. It lets you remember before it makes you part of the path. This is Lore Unveiled, where legends whisper through the ages. New legends awaken every 2 weeks. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to stay close to the whispers. Watch the next story, or step deeper into the mist.